This is intake.
This is Project Z.
This is a beer.
And this is an intercooler.
Today on intake, we're going to fuck off the twin side mount intercooler system and throw on this sweet HKS Front Mount system. Do you know what HKS stands for?
Hong Kong Super Sports.
That's exactly right, because all the best parts are made in China. Just kidding, it's JDM as fuck.
To get to these intercoolers, we need to get this nose cone off. We got to get the bar off, which means we got to get these side indicator lights off so we can get in there, undo some screws, fuck that bar off, and we can get into those intercoolers and replace them with our new one.
And that sounds like it's going to be about a 4-beer job.
While Steve sits on his ass and drinks some beer, I'll get to work.
And that's how it should be. It's the right size for this one, that's why I started. Because this bolt's fucked.
We'll take that out and just give me the one for this side.
See? Look, it just comes out.
Give me the 8mm.
I think it's a 10.
13?
It's a 10.
Why is that it? Why is there a 13?
Or a 9.
You're definitely fucked up.
So what we're going to do is undo all that work we did on the radiator and fuck this off, which is okay, because that only took the whole of 3 seconds flat. Just give us that. You just got to pull that out from the top. You got to lift that up, mate.
Yeah, I know, but I got shit in my hand.
Right, there we go.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
You just sit over there and have a beer.
Well, I'm going to get the rattle gun because it sounds cool. No! No! Get off it! I've got to make the...
You don't do the inside. You strip it out. Hence why all your shit on the inside of the car is coming loose.
It's not.
It fucking was, mate.
Okay. So what you do there is it just comes out, dude.
You sure?
Yeah, I've done this before, see?
Oh.
That's how you remove the nose piece. So you can see the factory airbox in there. Hopefully we can get that to stay in with the new intercooler system because I don't have another airbox. And this has some mean K and N air filters. Nice. So if my wife ever goes to get to that service, someone's going to get it changed for the paper ones and it's going to just waste my money. So Nick tells me that I've got to remove the side indicators to get the front bar off. So I'm just going to get those out now with a Phillips head. Oh no, that doesn't fit. Oh, there we go. Phillips head bit on a drill. Oh. And I have to get this clip out somehow. Put those screws down. The two-handed method. I can't get it off. 2 men, 1 light. You know what you're doing? It's just difficult. Like the clips are really.
Get a screwdriver.
You've really got to just get your finger right on the clip.
Get a screwdriver.
In the magic.
Get a screwdriver.
Yeah, real easy. No, you're gonna break it.
I'm not breaking anything. It'll work. See?
And that's how you fuck off the light from a 300ZX front bar. I'd like to thank Mr. Yokohama for making that really easy to remove. I just assumed that Mr. Yokohama is like one of the blokes who worked in the factory on the day this was made.
Probably.
I think it's like Smith in Japanese.
All right, so why did we have to take it out?
Well, you told me that there's nothing in there.
Yeah, down there. Is that part of it?
That's part of the intercooler, isn't it?
We'll figure it out. There's a reason why this comes out, and I want to know why. Oh, maybe it's this center light has to come out as well. Oh, no, it's probably just to unplug the fucking light stick, cheese. Because you need to unplug the lights.
These lights?
No, like these ones. Because they'll all be plugged in. Or...
You know what,
no,
I reckon...
You have a torch? There's a bolt there.
I reckon that if we just took a step back and sat down and stared at it for a little while, we might just... It might just work itself off here.
Do you have a torch?
I've got a torch on the phone. Well, while you're fucking around with that, I'm going to get to the important part. While you undo those bolts, I'm going to get to work on the other side because I know.
Because he knows what he's doing.
What I'm doing by undoing the 2 little screws. You know it's going to be really good. Just come off.
You know why? Because I already did that one before, just to make it easy for you now.
Now, should I put the little screws back in?
No, don't put the little screws back in.
Well, we're gonna lose them, mate.
Just put them in the container.
I'm putting them in.
You're gonna...
Hot tip for the day?
No, not a hot tip for the day. No.
Hot tip for the day, you put the screws back into any little screw holes because they can't fuck off on you. If you put them in a container, you're gonna have 50 little screws and they all look like they go in the same spot, and then you're gonna put everything back the same way, and knowing that at the end of the project, you're gonna have 3 screws left over and everything's gone back together. Where do those screws come from?
Hot tip for the day.
No one knows.
Buy a torch. Do you have a longer extension?
I do have a longer extension.
Where is it?
In my pants.
So I'm gonna kill you today. Today's gonna be the day. So Steve's got the indicator out. We unplugged it. we got two 10mm nuts that hold the bar to the front quarter panel. Now we've got, I think 3 10mm down the side we got to get off, and then I think there might be one under here as well, but we'll have a look when we get in there.
Oh, it's so refreshing. I think the hardest part of this job is really going to get this front bar off. Once we've done that, I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem putting the new intercooler system in place. But this is just going to be a prick, an absolute prick of a job.
Why? Why is it going to be a prick?
Because there's so many bolts and doodahs and long extension.
Yes, go for it.
Where was that? Just finger tight, was it?
You just grab it real hard with your hand and be a man.
Now, nothing makes a job easier than a big, hard, long rod. We can reach up in there, just insert, give it a bit of a twist, playing with the nuts a little bit. My wrist is really going to start to die soon. Oh, and I've just dropped the bastard. We should be able to get to that though because we're removing it. Where is it gone? Is there 2 in here?
Yes, Stephen.
Where's the second one?
Fucking up there, you fuck me. You are about as useful as a hat full of assholes.
Well, if you liked arseholes, then a hat full of arseholes would be pretty useful. I reckon someone has rounded this bastard off.
And his name is Stephen.
No, I'm not joking. So it turns out this isn't rounded off, I just didn't know what I was looking at. So I reckon I've just about got that off.
Can you throw me that extension? Just roll it, please. That was really... Oh, fuck, I got kneed on the... Oh, I got kneed in a screw, screwed in the knee.
Come on.
Fuck you. Oh, I don't like this anymore. I don't like helping you.
Don't like being in your kickarse program for YouTube.
I don't like being in your kickarse.
You're not really nice to me.
Can you give me the ratchet as well? Your pilot.
Yeah. That didn't break. They're rusted. We need to buy a heap more of these because they're no good.
Oh,
It
mate.
smells like an old swamp. Oh yeah, I see a screw.
One. You gotta look a little bit closer, mate. There's more than one.
This is not a good thing. I'm actually in front of Nick.
You're not in front.
I am in front. I'm winning. I am winning.
You said you've got the inner one left. That's all.
I totally owe a slab to the production crew. Now there's the phone going off.
Oh, check it.
And it is a comment from Henry. Loving this shit from Canada. Thanks, Canada. That's appropriate. So I'm going to take the number plate off for the purpose of this project, which is good because it means that I can straighten it out because I've already belted about 5 billion things with it. And we might look at doing the JDM spec. No, it's got to be over that side, doesn't it? I put it to you, YouTube. Do you mount it to there or to there for the JDM specs? I think it's this side. Oh, I've got it stuck. I think it's that side. But then I really like it up a bit higher too. I think it has to go there. That is where the number plate has to go for all the JDM respect.
Hey, Steve, did you get your intercooler in Japan?
No, I didn't find any parts in Japan, but I did buy something.
You bought me something.
I did. I bought you something. Because I know that you really...
My favourite.
I know you really liked the last one.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
So you can have a more modern styles. Oh, that was got to be cross-threaded.
All right, my turn.
There you go, champ.
Oh, now you're trying to be nice. Don't lose shit.
Could lose the co-host.
Oh, fuck. Nah, that's fucked.
What are you undoing? Because everything is undone, apparently.
No, you've got an under tray still bolted to it.
Oh, get that off.
It does not clip out.
Look, I've unclipped it out.
If you had the screws in, it wouldn't unclip out.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck's sake.
I've taken off so much paint.
If you're working on your own 300ZX, try not to do.
Well, it doesn't matter. The paint shit, there is rust bubbles there. Doesn't matter. We're going to get this thing repainted anyway, in the factory colour, very shortly, because over the course of winter, I won't be doing too much with it, so we'll get it painted then.
If you didn't put these screws in, I would keep stabbing myself.
I can see it. I can see it.
You didn't even hold it on.
Well, it's because I'm holding the bar.
You're not doing anything.
You hold the bar for me.
I
held the bar for you. You held the bar for me.
You've already...
I was just better with the tool. Yes! Victory!
My light came out. Did yours come out?
I don't know. I'm attached to like 5,000 things, I think.
Oh, you got to pop.
Hang on, we've got to take those clips off.
No, they're off. Just push down.
Push. What?
It's off. It's just got to separate.
Oh.
I've unscrewed it all. No, this part here. Did you get your...
No, no, I didn't. I haven't undone anything. So did you undo the two middle ones?
Yeah, I've undone all my sides. All right, so I think we've got all the bolts off now, so I think it's ready to come off. You just got to...
Fuck.
Apparently that's how you fuck off a bar. Oh, it's meant to have two nuts at the back. That's the problem. Oh my God.
It's because it's fucked. Because it's fucked. This is why duct tape is not a factory option on a Nissan.
Fuck.
I wonder if this is 100 mile an hour tape.
No.
Like, does this really let go at 101 miles an hour?
I think that's duct tape. 100 mile an hour tape's usually black.
So the best part of this job is that we get to do so much weight reduction. We don't need to have any of this shit, the intercoolers, the Rio bar, because I don't plan on crashing. Where I'm going, there's no crashing. My garage. So...
Yeah, but we need that because the lights are on that.
Look.
What are these lights? Do you even need these?
Yeah, they're spotlights.
What do you mean spotlights?
Like driving lights, whatever. You need them because they look cool at night time. You got more lights. So anyway, let's get into it because we're not here to fuck spiders. I'm just undoing everything. Everything is getting undone.
What are you undoing?
The ducts to the intercooler. And that's how you fuck a duct on a 300. Fuck off a duct on a 300ZX. There's going to be less rusty bolts because I'm pulling out heaps of those at the moment. The duct's nuts.
Apparently you're better at pulling the shit out than me.
You got to use your muscles. Do you want me to come around there and do it? Because you need to have muscles.
You're trying to say that you need more fat?
Yep. That's how you fuck off another duck.
So what part are you taking off now?
I'm taking off this big metal bracket that's holding on the intercooler.
Yeah, but don't we need the Rio thing off first?
I don't know. We're going to try. I reckon if we take out this cooling duct,
Sure.
right, we might be able to fit the intercooler up into there. We might not. Let's just see what we have to take out. We'll take out what we have to take out and we'll leave in what we have to leave in, I guess. This is what people have been waiting to see.
What?
Us struggling in the engine bay. We're not even in the engine bay, we're at the front of the engine bay. Struggle town, population, you and I.
I don't want to go in the engine bay.
No, I'm not looking forward to it. It's scary. Like, you know, well, you wouldn't know because you were a child, but when I was a teenager and Scream came out, man, that was scary.
Mate,
like,
that shit gave me nightmares. Tom made me watch it when I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of blow-by, a little bit of oil. It's not bad. You got to expect that from a however old this car is. If we take a look at the HKS intercooler system, you'll see that this is one side, this is the other side, and compared to the factory one, these are massive. So they really should do the job of keeping the car nice and cool. Although I have been told that by putting a front mount in there, it might heat the car's water system up as it impedes airflow through to the radiator. But that's why we put that bigger radiator in as well. Basically what we're doing is just undoing everything that looks like it needs to come off. Hopefully we're not taking off too much. Hopefully we're not taking off too little. What we want to do is just undo just the right amount. And we're taking a pretty good estimate, word of the day, of what just the right amount is. Do you know, estimate is actually another word for hypothesize. Flashback, word of the day, episode 1. Just remember, what the fuck is that thing? All right, beautiful. Put that back up. All right, so now we just offer up the intercooler to the... Good news, everyone. We get to fuck off the Rio. We're gonna have a perfectly balanced car because the motor's heavier at the front, there's nothing in the back. But now that we've pissed off all this shit, we're gonna be that 50-50 weight distribution that Nick reckons he's got from his piece of shit Super Toyota. Well, I've finished my side. Might have a beer while I wait for Nick to do his. Just kidding.
Just kidding, my ass.
The thing about buying second-hand parts is they don't come with instructions. But being a man, I don't need instructions. How'd you go?
That was so shit.
There's a packaging foam because the car's still bloody new. It's time for beer number 2 of this 4 beer job.
How is that beer number 2? This should be like beer number 8.
I know, but because I've been concentrating.
You're letting the team down today.
That's the wrong size. Always minimise your extension length. If you don't need an extension, don't use it.
Why are you using an extension right now then?
Because I've decided that I need it. Now we're going to fuck the under tray off, which is good. So let's just get rid of that first. Right. We don't need that anymore.
Leave a beer.
You get rid of that, I'll have a beer. This is going to be like a whole different car.
Yeah, we got to put something back on for the front bar to bolt onto.
So what we're doing now is just roughing in, or not really roughing because we're permanently bolting in the intercooler into place. So then we can work out exactly what we have to fuck off out of the car in order to fit the pipes in. We've got the pipes already cut to length because that's what the kit comes with. We've got some rubbers, some silicone joiners and some hose clamps to bolt it all in. Then we should be able to fire the car up straight away.
All right, so we have sort of like test fitted our pipes where they're gonna run. And by the looks of it, we only need to move this horn maybe just up and out of the way a little bit, and then we can get all the silicone joiners and fit it all in, and it should be sweet.
All right, I'll tell you what. That looks fucking gnarly. Let's just stand back and admire how awesome front mount intercoolers really do look. So I've got this, what? There's a bracket here for nothing. Nissan is doing brackets to nowhere. It isn't doing anything. Well, we can piss that off. I'll tell you what, I'll piss this off and the car just won't even start. It's like the earth system for the entire car, I guarantee it. So you've got to put your clamps in the best position for doing up and undoing. So I've found that position on my side. Oh, I've just got a leg cramp, you bastard. Need more sugar. And guaranteed, Nick's done his in the complete hardest way possible.
How have I done it in the complete...
You've probably put the clamps on the back facing...
I haven't put any clamps on yet. I'm still making sure I'm putting the right pipes in the right place.
Oh, that's definitely talk to spec. So some things just cannot be ignored. And the previous owner of this car has bent the tow hook to the absolute buggery. And it's given me the shits. So what I'm going to do is just take it off. I'm not going to leave it off though. Yeah. I don't know how you bend it. Like really, this is up in the bellows of the engine bay. He's definitely been towed out of a ditch with this thing. Find yourself a nice hard surface. Straight as an arrow. So I've just moved the horn out the way, just so the intercooler pipes can fit in place. Hopefully that doesn't change the acoustics too much. This is going to be so cool. We'll have all the dosing going through these pipes because they're super long. Do you think this is going to change like the turbo lag?
Yeah, will it make it worse?
It probably will make it worse, yes. Yes.
But will it?
I don't know, I hope not.
Will it kick in better? Will Steve ever get the car tuned?
Yep. Hang on. hang on. What's going on here? I don't want to spill my beer. Oh, hang on. That is how you install an intercooler pipe on a 300ZX. How you going, Nick?
Is that how you did it? Is that how it looks? Is it meant to look like that?
Well, I'll tell you how it looks. It looks fucking awesome.
I mean, that does look
It looks dope as. All right, so I'm just doing up the last of these hose clamps, which means I'm done and we can start the cut. Oh, no, we can't. So while Nick's just finishing up on the intercooler piping, I'm just going to reassemble the nose cone of the car because we're just going to drive it like this today. Well, mine's pretty tight. Yours?
Yeah, I think it's
You know
all right,
how you find a boost leak?
You
Start it up. Start it up. If this doesn't start, that means we've fucked something up. Started. Ah, I can't reach the accelerator pedal for the...
You're not going to get a lot of boost pressure until you put load
Yeah,
up.
but you should still be able to feel air. Oh, fuck. That was uncomfortable. I stalled it. We need to go for a drive. Holy shit. Oh, feels so good. So we have the car back together, got it running, and it's amazing. The response is still fantastic, which makes me feel like we had a bit of an air leak earlier on with the old intercoolers. Tell you what, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is fucking awesome.
So we have taken the car for a drive and we've noticed a significant increase in power, which probably shouldn't be there, as the intercooler is not a whole lot bigger and shouldn't give us that much more horsepower.
Shouldn't have given us any horsepower.
It pulls way harder. So when we got back here, we decided to check out our old intercoolers a little bit more closely. And we actually have hit something at some point.
I didn't hit anything.
Steve's probably hit something at some point.
It's the previous owner.
And we reckon there could have been maybe a small air leak coming out of this intercooler, which could have been slowing us down.
I reckon he dropped his neon lights into it.
Probably.
Smashed.
Actually, yeah, the neons.
Smashed the neons.
Yeah, definitely the neons. So, we've fucked these bad boys off. We've fitted this thing, and it is an absolute beast now and looks awesome.
Looks amazing. Looks fucking awesome, in fact. Do you know what would look more awesome than this?
What?
Some intake decals on your car, or your esky, or your fridge. Your school books, if you're still at school and you don't have a car, just stick them on anything. We're gonna get to work and put this bar back together.
But we'll do that behind closed doors, so you guys will see it nice and...
My garage doesn't have any doors. It's like a carport, really.
Yeah, it's like a half-ass garage or a really good carport.
I like to think of it as the latter. So that's the end of the episode. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell notification for second subscribe button, because we all know that YouTube lets you do subscribe twice for some stupid reason. Comment below. I will personally reply with a bit of banter, especially if you comment negatively about Nick. We all know there's that one guy out there that hits the dislike button. Good on ya. Everyone's allowed to have an opinion. Opinions are like arseholes, and everyone's got one.
Breaking things. No, don't hit things. Stop hitting. Yeah, that's good enough.